Hey look, Excadrill with the Z Crystal for the 6th week in a row. I like to change things up sometimes, don't I? What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotics, bringing you our week 6 battle for the IBL. Today we're facing off against the Aberdeen Azovs, coached by Darude Leafstorm, aka the guy who loves Cardi B a lot. So we are still undefeated. We are 5-0. Unfortunately, we did pick up our first Wi-Fi battle loss ever in P4G. You guys saw that video that went up on Friday. So that's really unfortunate we lost that battle. We're no longer undefeated, but that's okay. It's like a big monkey that was off my back, a big like pressure that's off my shoulders now. But I mean, we have a really good battle for you guys today. I'm gonna go over the team that we have and to go over what our opponent could bring. And yeah, so to start off, our opponent has the Mega Scizor, Dragonite with Z-moves, Tentacruel, Celebi, Slurpuff, Sneasel, Lycanroc Day with Z-moves, Palossand, Miltank, Lantern, and Combuskin. While we have the Excadrill with Z-moves, T-Tar, Tangrowth, Florges, Mismagius, Uxie, Blaziken with Z-moves, Porygon-Z, Samurott, and the Mega Ampharos. So this team is very, very good. He actually had his only loss that was a 0-0 loss, and he choked it away. So he should be undefeated like we are. But I mean, it just didn't happen that way, and it's fine. But that doesn't change how good this match is going to be. So let's get started with what we actually brought this week. I don't think I have my notes. I don't think I have any notes for it, actually. So let's try and see what I can remember. So to start off here, we have our Excadrill here, Doug, with the Ground DMZ, EQ, Earthquake, sorry, that's the same thing, EQ, X-Scissor, I should say, Swords Dance, and Rock Slide. X-Scissor is there solely for the Celebi. And the rest is there just to hit everything else. I believe the only thing that wants to take a +2 EQ is the Mega Scizor, or the Dragonite, of course, because Dragonite is immune to it, but we have Earthquake for that, and a +2 Continental, not Continental Crush, it's, is it Continental Crush? I don't know, the Ground DMZ Earthquake, +2 always OHKOs a max defense, max HP, Impish Mega Scizor, so that's why I have that here. I'm sure he knows that. So my plan is to hopefully whittle that thing down enough and be able to have Excadrill come up and finish off the job for us. So that's that. But next up though, we have Littlefoot, our T-Tar here. T-Tar has Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Earth Power, and Focus Blast. We are max special attack, modest. We have a decent amount of speed. I don't remember what it's for, so that's that. I need to do a better job of keeping track of that. But the speed is there so that, sorry, not the speed is not there for that, but the moves are there so that to start off, we have Flamethrower hits the Scizor, hits the Celebi, hits the Sneasel. Yeah. Then we have Ice Beam for the Dragonite, the Celebi. We have it for stuff like the Palossand as well. Then we have Earth Power, which hits pretty much the rest, and Focus Blast is there solely for the Miltank. A uninvested Miltank, special defense, max HP I believe, is OHKO'd by our Focus Blast, which is awesome. I originally was the Agua Berry on this set because I want to have some health back. I didn't feel like the Sand would be completely necessary, so I want to be able to get back a decent amount of health on potential Icicle crashes from the Sneasel. I maybe could have been Chople Berry to hit that thing. I'm not worried about the low kick coming out. So I really had a couple different choices of items for T-Tar here, but I decided to go on the Smooth Rock just because Drill was such a big win column for us. Anyways, next up though, we have TR Tails, our Uxie here. Leftovers, of course, T-Wave, Stealth Rock, Foul Play, and U-Turn. This is one of the 2 sets that I have that I worked on really, really late. Like the first 4 sets I made, I worked on early and I really liked them. This set was one that I was like kind of like iffy about. It's just mixed defense. I really can't remember exactly what I made the defense do. I don't remember. I think I could live a knockoff from a Sneasel. That's what it was. I don't know. Anyways, but T-Wave's there to slow things down. Of course, Stealth Rock is really good to chip down his team. Forces his Tentacruel to Rapid Spin. Forces his Scizor to Defog. Forces his well, makes his Dragonite lose its multi-scale. So it's really important that we use that. And then we have U-Turn just gain momentum. U-Turn, of course, is 4 times effective on the Celebi, so that's that. Next up, though, we have Dainty, our other Pokemon that I really didn't work hard on. I just said, you know what, I don't know what he's going to bring. I could have brought Samurott here for the Sneasel. I could have brought this. I could have brought Uxie, I think I could have brought, but I didn't want to bring, not Uxie, I meant Mesprit. Not Mesprit, oh my god. I'm thinking of the wrong Pokemon. Mismagius, because I was worried about his Pokemon being able to outspeed me, but of course, Sneasel could outspeed Pursuit Trap. He also has Mega Scizor's Bullet Punch, so it really wasn't the best bring for us. And then, yeah, I mean, that's it other than Tangrowth. And Tangrowth could take a Bug Bite from a Mega Scizor, but I mean, basically, our defensive core loses to Mega Scizor, which really sucks. So, anyways, moving on though, well, we have Hidden Power Fire, so Lure for Scizor. We can live a Bullet Punch. We have Wish, Heal Bell, and Moonblast. And yeah, it's a pretty standard set, not gonna lie. Next up though, we have Pantene Drain here, our Mega Ampharos. We are physically defensive. We can live. We are not 3 KO'd by Adamant Mega Scizors. Bug Bite, Technician Bug Bite, which is crazy. So that's basically what I want to do. I want to be able to get out of a Cotton Guard here. My original plan was to be Rest Talk with T-Bolt and Dragon Pulse, but I believe I went Cotton Guard because I want to be able to get my Cotton Guard up, be able to take hits from the Sneasel too, and then just be able to take whatever hits I needed to. The only reason I was not just T-Bolt was because of the Palossand. No matter what, if he was not just the Palossand, I would have just been Rest, Sleep Talk, T-Bolt, Dragon Pulse. And he only has a Slurpuff there, and his only resists to Dragon Pulse are the Mega Scizor and the Slurpuff. So I should have probably done that if I didn't think he was going to bring the Slurpuff or the Mega Scizor, but I knew he was going to bring Mega Scizor. Anyways, I just want to be safe here, and yeah, that's that. And then finally we have who I think is going to be the MVP of this week. Chicken Run, our Blaziken, EQ, Flamethrower, Hidden Power Ice, and Vacuum Wave. The Vacuum Wave is there because it is always an Oko on a Sneasel, no matter what, because it is 4 times effective, of course, and we are Expert Belt. We have Hidden Power Ice there for the Dragonite, for the Celebi, for the Palossand. Then we have Flamethrower there, which hits Mega Scizor really hard. He doesn't really have many good fire resists. Like, he has the Dragonite, he has the Tentacool, he has the Lantern, and the Miltank, but like, none of them really want to take many hits. And then we have Earthquake, of course, there for the Tentacool, which I'm really worried about, actually, and the Combustion, of course, too. So yeah, I mean, this is the team, guys. I believe our special attack and our attack are like pretty optimized, so we can Oko some things, and like, so we're not like, I don't know, I can't remember what it was for, but I know it's like, I didn't just throw it randomly, but I did strategically. And I think we're outspeeding, what are we outspeeding? I think we are outspeeding Uninvested Miltank, or Miltank creeping us, creeping it, whatever. I don't know, we were outspeeding something. But that's that, guys. Let's get into the battle because we have a really good matchup for you guys today. Alright guys, we are back with the battle. Now, I didn't say before, but make sure to check out our opponent. His link will be in the description below. He is a really, really talented battler, one of the best in the league that we have right now. We actually played before in the IBL, not the IBL, the UBLN. So make sure to go and check him out there because he is a very, very good battler. Anyways, yeah, you can see he brought the Celebi, the Scizor, the Sneasel, the Tentacool, the Miltank, and the Palossand. I really expected the Palossand to come. I knew the Scizor was coming, I knew the Celebi was coming, and I knew the Sneasel were coming. I didn't really expect the Tentacool or the Miltank, but the fact that they came, I'm not surprised. So let's get into the battle, guys. I'm going to lead off here with my Uxie. It is probably at my best plan. As you can see, it's an 18.5-minute battle. It's a long one, guys. So make sure you, well, buckle up and get a snack, enjoy yourself. So we are challenged by Darude, and he's going to send out Celebi here. I'm going to actually make this a bit slower because it's kind of fast right now. So I send out my my Uxie. I'm just going to set up my rocks here. Getting those up is very important for me. I want to make sure that we are getting that chip damage on whatever he sends in. He sends in How About Da. Of course, that is, well, Cardi B, yeah. And I got my rocks, and at this point here, I have the U-turn, so I'm just going to U-turn out, and he's going to outspeed us and go for the Toxic here. That's no big deal. I have the Heal Bell on my Florges, and yeah, so I'm going to go for the U-turn now. I'm going to go straight into, I believe, my Mega Ampharos. I think that's what I do, because I can hit him hard. I can just go for the Cotton Guard. And I'm actually going to go for the Cotton Guard right now, because Cotton Guard does a lot of damage to, well, Cotton Guard makes so that he probably wants to go into his, what is it called? His, Sneasel and go for the Icicle Crash, and Cotton Guard's going to make that kind of useless against us. So I go for the Cotton Guard here, and he's going to go for the Toxic on us again. So 2 of our members are Toxic now, but that's really not that big of a deal because I can just rest this off, or I can just Heal Bell. So I go for that Cotton Guard here, and I'm going to go for the Dragon Pulse now, predicting the incoming Palossand. We could 2 KO it depending on its spread. If he's max special defense, we're not going to, but if we were a max special attack modest, we would always 2 KO that thing. So, I mean, honestly, not the best set in my opinion because I did bring the Cotton Guard. I should have optimized it a bit more. This set would have probably been perfect if I was running the Rest Sleep Talk, because I'm not, because I was running the Cotton Guard. I think I should have added some more special attack to my set. Anyways, he's going to withdraw, and I'm going to withdraw too, and I didn't know why he did that. But I withdraw and I go into my T-Tart here, predicting to, well, like, go for an Earth Power or something. I could then go for the, I could pretend I have the Dark Pulse, and I could Oko him with the Ice Beam. But anyways, at this point here, I'm going to go for the Focus Blast because I want to knock this thing out. He is in range, he has no special defense, and I don't know what his EV spread is. From the U-turn damage, he could be physically defensive. So, Toxic comes out. We have 3 of our members Toxic now, all from the damn Miltank. Like, what the hell? Get rid of it. Focus Blast, please land. It does, thankfully, and we take out this Miltank. So that's a huge threat from our team gone. That's, I believe, his only Heal Beller. So if we start Toxicing things, then they're gone. Actually, wait, no, I forgot. Celebi gets Heal Bell. So, yeah, anyways, he's in Logan Paul. I'm going to go for the Earth Power here, and I didn't expect him to stay in and go for the Rapid Spin. I thought he might be afraid of the Earthquake, but he has the Shucka Berry, so it's a really, really cool, well, not tech, but really cool item that he has there. It really helps him out because, I mean, of course, he's going to weaken the damage, and I don't think he's going to be in range now of the Earthquake, of the Earth Power. So I go for the Earth Power again. He's going to switch out and go to Why You Always Line, the Sneasel. So really cool double here. If I had gone for the Flamethrower, if I had gone for the Focus Blast, he would have been gone. But of course, he's going to live this hit. And at this point, I don't want to stay in because I'm worried about the incoming low kick. So I switch out, and he pulls a double, and he goes into Logan Paul. So really cool play on his part. I'm going to go into my Floridas. So I'm pretty sure he predicted that. I'm realizing my viewer is a little bit off. I'm sorry. Yeah. So I'm going to go for the Wish here. No, the Heal Bell. I'm sorry. I go for the Heal Bell here as he goes to the knockoff. And the Heal Bell is going to restore back the health of my Uxie, my Ampharos, and my T-Tower. So that's awesome. And at this point, I'm going to predict him to go for the Hit Power Fire. And honestly, for the entire game, I was thinking, like, please don't have T-Spikes. Please don't have T-Spikes. He has damn T-Spikes. And I'm hoping now this point he sets up more than one because that's going to be better off for me. But he will actually just set up one now. And he's going to, I believe, go for the Scald? No, he switches out actually. He switches out and goes into Selby on my Hidden Power Fire, or no, I switch out as well and I go into my Uxie here. Now Uxie, I don't have Rapid Spin or Defog or anything like that, so I'm going to go for the U-turn here, or Stealth Rocks. I'm going to go for the U-turn on his U-turn. And at this point, the way he's playing it, I feel like he might be Scarf, and that's the only reason why I'm not bringing my Blaziken in against it, because he might outspeed it. And yeah, but he goes into a Scizor here. I'm going to go for the U-turn. At this point, we're in a perfect spot to go into that Blaziken, and I want to just click Flamethrower here. Scizor is the biggest problem with me. He could switch back into Tentacruel, and I could predict I can go for the Earthquake, but it's really not the best play for me. I have to go for the Flamethrower, because this Pokemon is a bigger threat to me than the Tentacruel is. So I go for the Flamethrower here. He switches into Logan Paul, and he will live this hit, sadly. And I'm thinking I'm faster than him, because I have a decent amount of speed, and he is actually going to, well, we are poisoned, and he's going to outspeed us, and go for the knockoff. That's really, really shitty. We lose our Expert Belt, which means a lot of our damage output is going to be lost, but at the same time, we should be able to OHKO everything that's there except for the Palossand now, I believe. So Blaziken takes out the Tentacruel, and we're about half HP now. I want to get a Wish into this thing, but I really can't. And at this point, I'm so scared of him being potentially Psychic, so I just switch out, and I go into Uxie. And at this point, he just goes to the U-turn, and I'm thinking, like, come on, I just have to attack this damn thing. Oh my god. Like, he's just playing around me so well with that Selby. Anyways, at this point here, I live a Bug Buzz, or I live a whatever, so I'm going to go for the Thunderwave here. Thunderwave will slow this thing down. It'll allow me to outspeed it guaranteed with my Florges, Hidden Power Fire that thing. It'll allow me to outspeed it with my like Ampharos. Just get rid of this general annoyance of a Pokemon. So Tiga comes off, it is paralyzed. He's going to go for the U-turn here, and of course he's not paralyzed. We'd live this hit every time. That shows me that he is actually a Impish, max HP, max defense, or basically no attack Scizor. He goes into his Sneasel. I can't risk losing anything else, so I have to switch out. I have to sack off my Uxie here, and Uxie goes down, but it's okay. It did a decent job. It doesn't reveal to be Life Orb, which sucks, so I think it might be Choice Banded, it might be Expert Belt, it might be Plated, whatever it is. So I'm going to go into my, what is it called, my Florges, and I go for the Hidden Power Fire here, and Hidden Power Fire does about 30% to this thing, and that shows me he is pretty defensive-ish, kind of. He has some special attack. I go for he goes to the Heal Bell here. That's really unfortunate as I go for my Witch. And at this point, it's basically just mind games going on. When will he switch to Scizor? When will he stay in and go for the U-turn or reveal another move? Because at this point, he's revealed just Heal Bell and U-turn. Yeah, and he goes to the U-turn again. I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Fire here, I believe, again. And he goes into Salt Bay, his Palossand, and Hidden Power Fire comes out and does a decent amount of damage, does about 15%. And I'm hoping that a Moonblast will take this thing out so he can't get his rocks. So I go for the Moonblast here, and that's basically the plan. Don't let him get his rocks. Moonblast comes out, and Moonblast will do about 40% because he lives this hit, unfortunately, and he gets up his rocks. That really sucks, guys. Honestly, he's kind of hazard stacking us now. I really started to bring a bit more defog. I have good hazard removers. Florges is a good hazard remover. Exegol is a good hazard remover. Maybe if I didn't need to run, maybe I didn't need to run Swords Dance this week. Maybe I needed to run, I don't know. Maybe I really didn't need X-Scissor. Whatever. I go for the Hidden Power Fire here, breaking the switch. He goes into his Selby here, and this is where I'm happy that he didn't throw off 2 layers of Toxic Spikes, because he goes to the Recover, and I'm just going to go for the Wish, because I want to make sure that I have enough health to deal with a potential Bullet Punch from Mega Scizor. And I'm just like, I can't go for the Heal Bell, because I can't allow him to just switch out perfectly at the right time. So I go for a Hidden Power Fire here again, and Moonblast does more. I don't and he knows I have Moonblast, he knows my entire moveset. So at this point, I just need to make sure I have enough health to deal with this thing. So I'm going to go for the Wish one more time, and he's going to go for the Recover, and this is a bit of stall that's happening right now. I'm pretty sure Celebi and Florges are on the field for like a total of like 25 turns, maybe 20 turns. I may be over-exaggerating, but anyways, I threw off my Wish there. He goes for the Recover here, and I'm going to go for the Hint Power again. No, I go for the Wish. Never mind. I'm losing track of my turns here. But Dainty is doing its job. It's sitting on the field, it's taking hits, and this is where he reveals his final move, being Psychic. So I'm thinking, okay, well, he can't touch Excadrill. So if I can get this thing in on his, if I can get my Excadrill on his Celebi in the sand, it's game over. Because Excadrill will be able to do whatever it needs to do, set up to +2, and then outspeed everything. And if we have, like, I think at this point we'd need a turn of sand for Sneasel, a turn of sand for, well, that's it. Everything else will outspeed. So we would need at least 4 turns of sand just to make sure that we, or 5 turns because we got set up, to make sure we get rid of the Sneasel. So that's that. At this point, I'm just trying to whittle this thing down. I switch out now and I go into my T-Tar here, and he goes for the Psychic, which is a perfect play. I want to get up a Wish here, but I don't think I could have, so sadly we are not going to get up a Wish. But he goes to the Psychic, and we are able to do a decent chunk of damage to him with some, what is it? Hail, whatever it is. But I revealed the Flamethrower here, and Flamethrower does like 70% of this thing, so we are definitely at the advantage. And at this point in the game, there's going to be a crucial turn that comes up, not this turn but the next turn, because he's going to go for the Recover here, and I'm thinking I still need sand for Excadrill, and I can't let this thing die to rocks. If there was no rocks on the field, I need to make sure that this thing just is out of range. I go for the Flamethrower here, he recovers back a decent amount of health, and he's on about 40%, and at this point I have to switch out, because the next turn of Poison will not let me survive a hit from rocks. So I switch out and I go with my Excadrill here, and this here is a critical turn in the match because he predicts that and he goes for the U-turn. So I thought he was just like gonna KO my T-Tar, that's why he went for it, but he said he predicted the switch out, and that's really cool because at this point he goes into Scizor, and I know he's gonna have Superpower, I know it. So I switch out and I go into my Florges here, or no, my, what is it called? Ampharos, there we go. And I get poisoned, I take the Superpower, and look how little this does. He's gonna hit us with the Superpower, and it's gonna do what, like 55? Yeah, 57 points of damage, which is nothing. He gets his attack and defense drop, and at this point, I want to go for the rest. I really do, but I can't. So I go for the Dragon Pulse here, and he's going to switch out, and he's going to go into, I believe, the Palossand. And yeah, he just sacks it off. And there's no reason for me not to go for the Dragon Pulse here. This Palossand was coming in for sure. Maybe I should have rested, but at the same time, I wouldn't have been able to take enough hits, and he also would have outsped. Guaranteed he KO'd us. Sorry, guaranteed he got a nice sand boosted shore up in. And yeah, he goes into a Scizor here, and I go into my Excadrill. And right here, I'm going to pause it again. This is the second critical turn of the match. I thought he was going to go into the Celebi. I thought he was going to go into the Sneasel. One of the two. I did not think he was going to go into Scizor. He could have gone to any of the other two, and we would have been fine. We would have won this game on the Excadrill. But the fact that he went to Scizor when I could have clearly gone into my Blaziken, like if I'd gone to Blaziken, I probably would have won right here, because he would have to switch out, we would have outsped for sure, something would have died to Flamethrower. Like, this turn, it was a big turn because it was like a guaranteed win for us if we had gone to Blaziken. Anyways, Pointed Stone's dug into Excadrill, of course, and I'm going to switch out now, I believe, and I go into my Florges to take the Superpower. We lit a Superpower into a Bullet Punch, I'm pretty sure. So we get poisoned, Superpower comes out, and he has to go for it here. Superpower, it does, what, we're 127, we get down to 94, that's nothing. He's going to go for the Bullet Punch here, as I'm going to throw off a, what do I do? What do I do here? I believe I throw off a Power Fire here, and he goes to the Bullet Punch, and this is where Sand kicks us in the ass, because he does take us out. That's really unfortunate, and our, what is it called? Our floor just goes down. I go into Chicken Run here, something I should have done before, and I get poisoned. I get hit by rocks, of course, and I can go for the Flamethrower here, and he's going to switch out and go into his Celebi and sack this thing off, and that's a really good play on his part because he did not need it. I wish I'd gone into my Blaziken before. It was by far my best play. What are you gonna do? If I let him KO me with the Celebi, then I could have set up, and that would have been with my Excadrill, and that would have been fine. Anyways, he goes to the Ice Shard here, and here is another big turn. He crits us. I'm gonna pause it here because were we guaranteed to win this game had he not crit us? No. Was it a does the game completely end here now that he has crit us? Yes. The only way that we could possibly win this game now is if he ends up being banded. And even if he was banded, he wouldn't have taken us out with the Ice Shard. I did go for the Vacuum Wave, guys. That was my play here. So I'm going to go into my T-Tar here to get my Sand. Basically, my play was if he didn't, I'll do that after. So I go into T-Tar here to get my Sand here. We live the hit from the, rocks, and I'm just gonna go for the flamethrower here, try and take him out. He goes to Ice Shard, of course. Maybe he is banded. So I'm gonna go into my extra. My only play is to go for the Swords Dance here, hoping he doesn't have low kick, hoping we can live an Ice Shard into a Icicle Crash into a Bullet Punch, because I go for the Swords Dance here. Of course, we outspeed. At this point, he's going to go for the Icicle Crash, and I should have known he wasn't gonna be banded. At this point here, I'm kind of kicking myself because I was thinking, yeah, if I knew he wasn't banned, I would have definitely played for differential. So, and then I would have, yeah. Anyways, it sucks. And we end up picking up our first loss of the season. We lose by 2-0, and we pick up our first loss, like I said before. So I'm gonna pause it actually and tell you guys what would have went down, because Darude and I talked about it for a while after the match, and basically what happened was, if he had not crit me there, then I would have had enough health to take out the Stingzel with a Vacuum Wave, and depending on his item, he actually was Icicle Plate, or yeah, he was Icicle Plate, then we would have been in range for Toxic Poison. So that's fine by me, whatever. And that would suck, yeah. But my plan after that was to go into my Excadrill, force him to go, because at this point he would have to go for Scizor, force him to go for the Superpower. If you can go for the Superpower, a Earthquake into a Z Earthquake is a guaranteed KO on a max defense, max HP Scizor. So it would have been a 50-50, basically. My play would have been, I was going to go into T-Tar and sack that thing up the Superpower. Then I would have lived the Superpower into the Bullet Punch from the Excadrill, from the Scizor on the Excadrill, and built to set the +2, and then OHKO it with the Z Earthquake. So that was basically my plan there. It didn't work out that way, and it sucks, but there were 3 really crucial turns in the match. There was the U-turn that the Celebi had on the T-Tar, on the Excadrill, that was one of them. The other was when the Ampharos and the Palossand died, I went into my Excadrill and not my Blaziken. He went into his Scizor, and the other one, the final one, that was the big one, was the crit that, like, I'm not going to say it decided the game, but it made it so that the game wasn't so I didn't have a chance to win. So the game might have gone differently there, but it was a really amazing match, guys. I don't know how many turns it was, I really can't remember, but it was awesome. There was a lot of great stuff that went on. He brought a lot of really good sets. I do definitely think I did not bring the best team I could have brought. I think a couple of Pokemon I had were really, really effective, but I think I definitely messed up with not bringing a few things. Anyways, guys, that is the battle. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what's one time that Hacks has taken away a win from you. I mean, this happened, it sucked, but it's the game we play. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, again, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Go check out Darude, his link will be in the description, as well as the rest of the coaches in the IBL. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.